Screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for... Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the San Francisco 49ers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Let's go. At their own 37-yard line. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing. Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Defense wins championship, baby. Hey, you. 56, Mike, 56. Come on, baby. Come on.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. Andy Isabella was the intended target. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This is Geis. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Rush in, rush in.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
first carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The storm windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 14. Flush to his right. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Hey, Mike, check, 59. Here I come. Switch. Hold, 64. Wait.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
Hey, check, Mike 21. Check, Mike 21. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Hey, check, Mike 21. Check, Mike 21.
They'll look to throw here. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On 2nd down, Michel, and he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Tackle.
They'll run it. This is Michel, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big game.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
On the ball.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Orville. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check if you get it.
From the gun, they run with Michel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready. 15 line. 15 line. Hey, let go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game. On first down, this is Geis. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Let's go! I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Geis. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Back to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I know he ain't got it.
Geis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 11-yard line.
2nd and 2. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A run there on 1st down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Four. Hey, exit.
Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete. Adrian Colbert, he was right there in coverage.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Bravo.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
Talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mo.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Go.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Man, I got you.
2nd and 3. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, a 22.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL. We're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one big gain.
On the ready. Hey, box truck, box truck.
2nd and 11. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by DJ Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's the run. They're running it.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Get him, get him, get him. Hey,
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
watch the run, watch the run, watch the run. 36, 36. Hopper, echo, echo. Hey, check Mike 21.
Looking to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Was trying to get it to Darius Geis out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Out of the gun, Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Now to work. Let's go, Jeff. Go. 66. Pull it. Pass. Here we go. Hey, check.
They'll drop to throw. Able to find his running back, Geis. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary. Out on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. And it's complete. Hooper. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. Out. Right. Check safety, check safety.
He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Down Michelle, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Now back to throw. This is caught. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. Gay's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again. Off. Go, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Here we go. Hey, check.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Check. Fresno.
He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, they'll throw. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 22-yard line.
That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Go to base. 21. You gonna see me in your nuts. You gonna see me in your nuts.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Come get some. 22, check, cover. check, Mike 21, Mike 21.
That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, check, Mike 21, Mike 21, check, Mike 21. Hey, let's get in them holes. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 4.
Back to throw here. That's complete to Robinson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
I got him, I got him. 57 Mike, Mike 57. Let's go, defense is getting loose.
They'll look to throw. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up... Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Leo! Fair! Now!
2nd and 5. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They start on the ground with Geis. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough.
Well, the ball is out. Michelle lost it.
Wow, that ball was knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
him. No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the 49ers first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down one. What's the sense? I like what they did.
This is taken at the 3.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel-downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Again, it's Michelle. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Cardinals, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.